Somewhere along the way, you stopped expressing yourself fully, not because you suddenly became quieter or had less to say, but because part of you slowly learned that being fully yourself didn't always feel safe. And if you've been feeling small lately, this video is for you. You might think that this shift happened suddenly, but most of the time, losing your voice happens gradually and quietly, almost invisibly. And it usually starts with little things like maybe you stop bringing certain things up or addressing disappointments. Maybe you quit correcting misunderstandings and stop asking for reassurance. Or maybe you stop speaking up at all when something hurts you deeply. Not because your needs disappear, but because talking about them stopped feeling comfortable or safe. So instead of freely speaking, your mind starts calculating. You start thinking to yourself, how will this be received? Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm asking for too much again. I should just let this go. And eventually, you start filtering yourself before you even speak. And after living this way for long enough, you stop feeling natural expressing yourself. You become hyper-aware of everything, your tone and reactions, your needs and facial expressions, even your timing and responses. You start trying to become easier to handle or easier to be around. So little by little, you become quieter, more careful, more filtered. You hold back parts of yourself because conflict no longer feels safe. And over time, you slowly disconnect from the version of yourself that once felt expressive, free, and fully alive. Because survival mode teaches adaptation, not authenticity. And eventually, that way of functioning becomes automatic, especially after long periods of unpredictability. And the difficult part is, this doesn't only affect your relationships. Eventually, it affects your relationship with yourself. Because when you repeatedly silence yourself, minimize your needs, or express your reactions, you slowly stop trusting your own experience. You stop knowing what actually bothers you or matters to you, what you actually need, or even how you truly feel anymore. And this can create a quiet numbness. The kind of numbness where you feel distant from yourself, disconnected from your personality, unsure of what you want, or not fully present in moments that used to make you feel alive. And this is important because feeling small or losing your voice doesn't mean you're weak, and it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Sometimes shrinking yourself is simply what happens when your nervous system spends too long adapting to instability. That's when you learned to protect yourself, to monitor yourself, and ultimately to survive. But healing often begins the moment you start noticing where you abandoned parts of yourself just to feel safe. And sometimes, the longer you spend adapting yourself to everyone else, the harder it becomes to recognize when you've slowly disconnected from yourself. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, or share it with a woman who may need to hear this today. Thank you for being here on Iryna's Avenue, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.